All right, we are live on YouTube, and tonight I'm going to be discussing I'm Shameless, and you should be too. I'm also going to be answering any questions that you have in the chat in regards to any of your business and personal needs with another session of Ask Coach Eli Anything. So stick around for all that and much, much more that's coming right up. Live from Northern California, welcome to another episode of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the third episode of the day. Lots of content today. Yeah. But first, if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell. And after you bang that bell, when that pop-up box pops up, make sure you select all notifications, because that way you won't miss a single thing. You will not miss anything when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. And also make sure on your smartphone, your tablet, your iPhone, your Android, or anywhere that you have the YouTube app installed on, you must also make sure that the YouTube app is set to receive notifications at a device level. When you do all of that, you're all set to go. You won't miss a single beat. And like I said a few moments ago, this is the third episode of the day. There's plenty of content for you folks to consume out there tonight. So if you have nothing better to do after this show ends, you can go back and watch my previous two streams. I did do two separate Walking with Purpose streams earlier today, and they were quite interesting. And, in my neck of the woods, throughout the communities I participate in on YouTube out here, there hasn't been a lot of content released lately. So folks, I decided to give you a trifecta today. What do you think about that? Let me know what you think about that in the chat. April Love HTD for Life is back in the house. Welcome back. How are you doing? I noticed you in the chat as I was prepping for the show, as the starting soon entry music was playing. Glad to have you back here with us tonight. And glad that you've decided to, give this channel a chance. I know there are many options out there for people to choose on YouTube, and I appreciate the opportunity to get to know myself and the wonderful people of this channel, the moderators, and even the consumers of content such as yourself. So thank you very much for that. I greatly appreciate it. So let's see what's going on here tonight. Let's see what's going on. We have 21 people in the box to start things off, and I got a couple private messages that I need to check here very quickly in case a few people behind the scenes want me to mention a few noteworthy things. So please give me a second here on that. Just 1 second here. Okay. Okay. Excellent. 22 people in the box right now. Thank you so much for being here. So here's how tonight is going to go. I'm going to run this show for at least an hour, up to 2 hours, depending on how many questions I get in the chat. I am going to be discussing the topic, I'm shameless and you should be too. We'll get to that in just a little bit, but as I always do with most in-studio shows that I do that are not walking streams, and even on my walking streams I do the same thing. I open up the chat to you folks to ask me any questions that you may have regarding any of your business or personal needs. So for example, if you have any questions regarding your dating life, if you're in a relationship, and you're struggling to get through to your partner, and you're concerned about where things are headed, feel free to ask those questions, and I will give you my best possible advice on that. Or if you're married, same thing. You know, being married to someone is the same thing as dating them. It's just the only difference is it's a piece of paper, a legal piece of paper between you, the couple, and the state that you live in here in the U.S. Or if you live in another country, it's a piece of paper between you and the province or whatever they call it in your neck of the woods, right? So any questions regarding dating, marriage, etc., feel free to ask them in the chat. I'm also a business coach as well as a personal coach. I have a lot of experience being an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for over 12 years. And before that, I worked in the corporate world for almost 17 years. So, if you're in the corporate world, or working for somebody else and you're struggling to get that promotion and you're wondering why you're getting passed up by someone that is less qualified for the promotion than you are, feel free to ask those questions in the chat and I can share with you why I feel that's happening and share with you, what your next move would be to give yourself the best possible chance of getting that promotion the next time around. Or if you're tired of working for the corporate world or for somebody else, and you want to venture out into starting your own business and becoming a self-employed entrepreneur like myself or running a home-based business, I can help you folks make the transition to becoming self-employed, which is not easy. So if you have questions regarding that, that is what I'm here to answer as well. In addition, if you see on the bottom left corner of your screen, I am YouTube certified. I am a master of YouTube. I understand how the algorithm works. I understand community guidelines, copyright guidelines. I'm also monetized. I understand how ad-friendly guidelines work. I understand how content ID claims work. If you have any questions regarding YouTube, feel free to ask in the chat and I would be happy to answer them for you. All right, so we've got 28 in the box right now and nobody's chatting. Nobody's chatting. Oh, there you are, Queen Helen Casey. Hi. Hey, Queen. Healthy Home Cooking. Hey there to Grip on Life. Just stopping by real quick before going to bed. Hey, Healthy Home Cooking. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. Glad you could join us on this Wednesday evening. It is Hump Day. You and I connected through networking, and you've got a brand new channel that was started on February 9th, 2019. You're at 68 subscribers, and you are well on your way. I'm looking at your channel icon and your channel art at the top of the of your YouTube page. Very well done. Excellent. You've got a great about section, and you've created a bunch of videos already. Keep it going. Keep it going. Do not be discouraged. I've been on YouTube since it came out about 15, 16 years ago. I had some other channels more as a hobby, but I first became a serious YouTuber 3 years ago 3.5 years ago on a former channel I used to run that I shut down about a year and a half ago. And then I took 3 months off and restarted this channel. I took the experiences of what I did run on that former channel and then restarted on this channel here. And I will tell you, when I first started out, it took me, to get to 100 subscribers, it took me a few months. And I was getting 5, 10, 15, 20 views per video. Do not be discouraged by that. Continue to do networking, continue to put out your content, and if you can, do some live streams. I'm looking at your channel and you have not done one single live stream that I see here. So do some live streams. That'll help you engage your audience. It'll also help you build more watch time and get more subscribers. So, that's my my advice to you on that. So anyway, thank you so much for being here, and get some rest, and we will see you soon. Now, you're in the U.S. You must be on the East Coast. I know it's 10:25 Eastern on the East Coast and 7:25 p.m. Pacific where I'm at. I'm on the West Coast in California, Northern California to be exact. San Francisco Bay Area, well, Redwood City to be exact. I'm in Redwood City. So I understand. And you know what? I'm proud of you, Healthy Home Cooking, that you're able to get to bed at a reasonable hour, 10:25, 10:30 p.m. I can't recall the last time I was able to get to bed before midnight or 1 a.m. I'm just a night owl, and, my brain just runs in crazy ways. I start thinking about my next day and, what I'm going to do. I think it more so has to do with the fact that I'm self-employed. Now, when I was working in the corporate world or for somebody else, like I assume you're doing, I had to get to bed at a reasonable hour and get up by a certain time and sometimes fight traffic to go to work. So I totally understand that. But yeah, thank you for stopping by, and much love from Coach Eli. Best of luck on your channel. Please feel free to come back when you have more time. And if you want to collaborate on something or do an interview at some point on my channel, I'd love to have you. But thank you very much once again for being here. A Healthy Home Cooking says, I hope to retire in a few years if my 403b holds off. WrestleMania, my husband. You're Jamie's husband. You're Jamie's wife. Will hopefully be behind me in retirement a year or two later. We can then do much more on YouTube at a different life. You're Jamie's wife. I'm a teacher, so I have to get to bed at a reasonable time. Oh, listen, I get it. And you have a wonderful evening as well. Before you go, I know a lot of teachers, and I will tell you, I don't know if you believe in God or not, whether you do or don't. God bless you, because teachers are amazing people that do amazing work for minimal pay. You folks are the most underpaid profession, and I commend all teachers, for the amount of time, effort, dedication that they put into helping the children of our future. So thank you again for stopping by, Mrs. Jamie. I always call you Mrs. WrestlerMania, Mrs. Jamie. Thank you for being here. Much love and respect from Coach Eli. Say hello to your husband, Jamie, and your high-functioning autistic son, who has the same name as I do, Elias. See, I know my people here. Say hi to everybody in your family. You folks are amazing. And I'm so glad that you folks, have continued to follow my channel for the past several years. It's amazing to know that. All right. Let's see. Queen Helen Casey. Hello, Eli. I'm here. Smash the like button for Eli. Well, thank you, Queen. Absolutely. We have 28 people in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Again, folks, I'm going to get into the topic and talk about, I'm shameless, and you should be too. But again, before I do get to that, please feel free to ask any questions in the chat regarding any of your business or personal needs, regarding your dating relationships, marriages, regarding your work, whether you work for somebody else or work for yourself, or you want to make that transition, of working for somebody else to working for yourself. Or if you have any YouTube questions, like I mentioned a bit ago, I am YouTube certified. Feel free to ask those questions in the chat. And in between certain points, while I discuss the topic, I'm shameless and you should be too, I will get to those questions as well. Okay. Healthy Home Cooking says, thank you for saying that at A Grip on Life. Really appreciate it. My name is Luann. Have a great night. Well, Luann, thank you so much for stopping by. And again, say hi to Jamie, Elias, and the rest of your family. You're awesome people. I really appreciate you folks, continuing to acknowledge this channel. And I look forward to whatever the future holds. Whatever you need, or your husband needs, or your family needs, I look forward to helping you folks when you're ready to come out here on YouTube. We're going to make it happen. I'd like to do a family interview. By that point, I will have gotten rid of all of my trolls and haters. They'll be behind bars by that point. We're working on that. So it'll be a much happier environment over here, Luann. I'm sure you know about the trolls and haters on YouTube. I'm sure your husband's told you about that. Anyway. All right. So give me 1 second here, folks. I am expecting a couple of messages. From a few people, and I want to make sure that I don't miss them. Okay. All right. Let me see. Give me 1 second here. My apologies. My apologies. Just 1 second. Okay. I have not received those messages yet. All right. All right. 29 in the box, 32 in the box all of a sudden. Thank you so much for being here. J-Dubs Outdoor Adventures, new to the stream. How you doing, J-Dubs? Or J-Dub? Welcome to the show. I believe that you and I did meet through networking as well. I think it was either Pusha Studios or Tree Trimmer or Island Life Fishing. I know all of those channels are joined at the hip. I'm so proud to have met so many amazing channels through their network, and it's a great pleasure to have you here. You're at 524 subscribers, and your channel is awesome, man. You've got great channel art. You've got great channel icon, great channel name, J-Dubs Outdoor Adventures. I like your thumbnails, man. You're going to go places, man. Keep it up, man. Keep it going. Don't let the view count discourage you. Everybody starts off with low views. And I'm looking to see, I don't think you when I first met you and I was looking at your channel, I don't think you've ever done any live streams. The only thing that I would suggest, man, is if you do a few live streams every now and then and engage that audience, man, you'll get more subscribers, you get more watch time. You get to 1,000 subs, man, they'll get monetized. You've got a great channel. Great channel. Your about section's good. It's all good, man. It's all good. Well, welcome to the show. I've had you a while, but this is my first. Yeah, no worries, man. So we connect with so many people that it's impossible to get to everyone right away. And that's what's great about YouTube. You can subscribe to somebody, bang the bell, and select all notifications, and then whenever you're around and you get a notification, you pop on in, and that's great, man. Thank you for being here. Oh, you live a few times a week. How come it doesn't show any streams there? How come I'm not seeing them? I'm looking at your channel. Oh, yeah. Live hanging out in the fur shed. Okay, there it is. I see it. I'll check that out later tonight. Right on. Dude, I love the outdoors, man. I'm a hiker. I'm sure you're more than a hiker. I'm sure, you do a lot of stuff outdoors, camping, hiking. I'm sure you do hunting as well. As I get to know more of your channel, at some point, maybe we can do an interview or do a collab. Because I love outdoor stuff, man. I love staying healthy and fit. I love breathing the fresh air. So that's awesome, man. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I just saw it. I was looking for where it says streamed by YouTube, but I was looking at the wrong section. So I totally see it. Barbara Places in the house. Welcome, Barbara. Why was the Mad Shangy hidden? I just see he was blocked, but not his comment. I think that was a troll. Barbara. Because, oh, that's the real him. I'll unblock him. That's the real Shangy. All right, that's the real Shangy. And that was the channel that show was on from last night. Mad Shangy says, I'm planning a romantic vacation. Any bedroom tips you can give me? Come on, Shangy. I'm not going to let you troll me, dude. I'll unban you, but that's the real Shangy. The Coach Plays in the house. Welcome, Coach Plays. How you doing tonight? Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. How have things been going in your neck of the woods? J Dubs Outdoor Adventure says, doing some collaboration with a few YouTubers near me. Awesome, man. That's the way to do it, man. Well, you're doing the right thing, man. You're doing the right thing and you're growing at a good pace. That's awesome. Going camping, hiking, fishing, and maybe some motorcycle riding. That's great, dude. That's great. What's your favorite bike, man? Are you a Harley guy, Kawasaki? What's your favorite bike? You look like a Harley guy. You're probably like a Harley guy. Anyway, let's get to the topic here, folks, and let's talk about I'm shameless and you should be too. You know, I was thinking, you know, last night before planning my day today. You know, I didn't have, you know, most of you know I have a day job. I'm an insurance broker. And typically, you know, I have clients during the daytime. And then there are some days where I'm just completely wide open. Like, you know, I don't have any clients on certain days. It just happens. And, you know, my day today was clear. And I was thinking about doing 2 streams regardless of how my day was going to go with my day job. But when I got up and I realized that, okay, it's all clear, it's all good, I'm going to do a trifecta, 3 streams. I haven't done 3 streams in a day in quite some time. And I wanted to create, you know, 3 shows that, you know, positively encourage people to not be afraid to be themselves and to, you know, not let other people's opinions get the best of them. Like I did a stream earlier, you know, I did 2 walking streams earlier, and one of the streams I was talking about the only opinion of you that matters is your own. And then before that, I did a stream, you know, mentioning that I'm not an entertainment channel. I am a channel that teaches self-reliance, because a lot of people have been coming on my streams and basically just, you know, having side conversations and not engaging with the topic at hand, which is, you know, what I really want. So anyway, so give me 1 second here, folks. Just got a message from behind the scenes. All right. Give me 1 second here. Hang on. All right. So to continue further here, I want to discuss this topic. I'm shameless. And you should be too, because if you're anything like me or anything like a normal human being, oh geez. Okay. All right. Got your message. Okay, cool. I'll discuss that in a little bit. If you're anything like me, you made lots of mistakes in your life, and most of the mistakes you made, if not all the mistakes you made, were honest mistakes, but some of them might have been more embarrassing than others. And what typically happens when some people make embarrassing mistakes, they try to cover them up because they're, afraid of being criticized or being ridiculed or being laughed at by their peers. If you make a mistake out here on YouTube, you try to cover it up because you're afraid of the court of public opinion, hammering you on it, or people doing tons of response videos criticizing you for the next, 3 months, right? But, I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm shameless completely. I'm not ashamed of one single thing that I've done. And it takes time to get to that point and build that confidence because, look, if we go back to my teenage years and my 20s, I wasn't the same way. It wasn't until I got into my late 20s, early 30s, where I started to, really build my confidence and really start to have the attitude of, I don't really give a shit about what anyone thinks about me. Now, when I'm engaging with good people, I love great, dialogue, and I respect people at the same level they respect me. But if somebody, approaches me on YouTube or in real life and blatantly disrespects me, I just won't give them the time of day. I won't. I might give them a piece of my mind for 2 seconds, maybe give them the bird. Let's be real, right? And then walk away and move on with my life. Okay? But it wasn't always like that. You have to build up to that level. And, out here on YouTube, it's very, very easy when you're running live streams to make mistakes. Now, when you do pre-recorded videos, it's a different story because you're going to edit your video and review your video many times before you put it out there. When you do a live stream, anything can happen. And if you think that, deleting your live stream or stopping your live stream when you make a mistake, then you delete it, that no one's going to, have any screenshots or have the actual video of what you did, you're wrong, because there are people out there that will screen record your videos or your live streams as they're happening live, or they will take screenshots. Or if you have the DVR capabilities on a live stream where you can seek back and record something before the channel owner takes it down or screenshot it, making that mistake is gonna is gonna be kind of weird, right? So that's why on my channel you're not able to seek back. I disabled the DVR function because, number one, I want you folks here to engage the chat. And then if you want to go back and watch parts that you missed in case you joined late, you can go back when it goes to a replay. At the same time, if something does go wrong and someone doesn't have to be screen recording or screenshotting as it happens, I can, continue my stream, and then I can put my stream to private once, the live stream ends, and then, edit that part out before I publish the replay. But I'll tell you something, folks. I don't even go that far anymore. Like, for me at this point right now, what you see is what you get. I'm shameless. I'm a human being. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. One of the things that I get ridiculed about the most in being a coach is the fact that, coaches need to be perfect. They need to set the example. They need to have the perfect marriage, the perfect, husband or wife, the perfect job. They need to have the perfect, hairdo. They need to have the perfect whatever, right? And that's the furthest thing from the truth. Life coaches are normal, average, everyday people just like you. The only difference is that we've had a lot of experiences. We've also, studied a lot of personal development, and we have figured that we have a passion of helping people, not only based on the personal development, courses we've taken and learned from, but based on our past experiences as well. And that's why, for me, I've come out here on YouTube over the past what, 3+ years between my former channel that no longer exists and this channel now. And I've shared all of my stories. And maybe not all yet, but, eventually I will. But I've shared many stories. And I've been so open and honest and transparent about many things that most other people would fear, ever allowing anyone outside of them to know. And that's what makes me shameless. So as far as, you folks out there, what are your thoughts about this? Do you consider yourself shameless? Or if something, really weird happens that may make you look bad, or you feel may make you look bad, do you try to hide it? Do you try to, avoid answering questions regarding it? Like, how do you folks handle those situations that other people would possibly shame you for? Are you shameless, or do you have shame? Or are you ashamed of some of the things that you do? Let me know what you think about that in the chat. Queen Helen Casey says, I don't regret a thing. Now, what are your thoughts about what I've said so far, Queen? Like, does it make sense? Do you feel that, the best way to live your life as a human being, if you really love yourself, is to be shameless, is to be yourself, to give it everything you've got, and give it an honest effort. And as long as you're an honest and ethical person doing things the right way, when you make mistakes, because you're going to make mistakes, everyone makes mistakes, right? When you make mistakes, even if you make some mistakes that are pretty bad, you shouldn't be ashamed of those mistakes. You should own those mistakes and say, hey, you know what? I fucked up. I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to own it. And then I'm going to move forward. Yes, it does make sense, Queen says. Now, I'll tell you what, in the past, Queen and everyone else, and welcome back, J-Dubs Outdoor Adventures. In the past, and this was before I turned 30. When I was younger, I made a lot of mistakes. I was younger and I was less experienced. I'm 46 years old now, so I've made a lot of mistakes that I've learned from, right? And that's why I'm a coach now, because I've learned from the thousands of mistakes I've made in the past, right? And I literally mean thousands of mistakes. I'm not kidding you, right? But I used to be so ashamed of those mistakes that I used to try to cover them up. And guess what? Every time I used to try to cover up my mistakes, not only with my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, anyone in my family, but also when I tried to cover up my mistakes with my close friends, they all knew I was bullshitting them. They all knew I was BSing them. And they would call me out every time. And I would say, no, dude, no, dude, look, this is what happened, dude. No, dude, you're lying, dude. No, I'm not lying. It was a back and forth, and guess what? I would go back and forth then because I was ashamed of myself. I was ashamed of myself for making an honest mistake. I was so hard on myself when I was younger that even if I made a tiny, minute, little mistake, I would try to cover it up because I was so ashamed of myself. And once I hit my early 30s, and as I started getting, through my 30s and now into my 40s, I have continued to build more and more confidence on top of the confidence I had in my early 30s. I started getting in my early 30s, and I'm at the point right now where I'm completely shameless of whatever happens. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't go out there and intentionally try to do stupid things, okay? But let's say I do something stupid. I'm human, right? Okay? I'm not afraid anymore at this point in my life to admit, hey, I messed up. I made a mistake. I owned it. please forgive me so we can move forward. I'm human, just like you, right? J-Dubs Outdoor Adventure says, own up to mistakes. Absolutely, man. Queen Helen Casey says, any mistakes I made, I will go back and fix them as much as I can. And that's a good thing, Queen. And I think the most important thing when it comes to making mistakes is just owning them. I don't think you necessarily really have to fix mistakes. I mean, some mistakes that are fixable, you can fix. There are other mistakes, such as, let's say you're a man dating a woman, you cheat on her, and she catches you, and then, breaks up with you. I mean, you can ask for forgiveness, but you can never fix that. Like, once there are certain things that people do that cannot be fixed, but you can still own up. You can still own up to them, which is what I'm trying to say, and at least redeem yourself. Okay, redeem yourself, and while the other person you cheated on may never forgive you, and they probably shouldn't, because cheating to me is not something I would ever forgive anybody for. At least you're owning up to it, and that's all people want. When I realized that all my friends wanted me to do back then was own up to my mistakes, and they would forgive me and we would move on like nothing happened. When I realized that as I got older into my early 30s, I went back and I apologized to every one of them. I said, you know what, guys? I was a young idiot. I was inexperienced. I was probably a little bit insecure back in those days, and I was probably a little bit immature. I mean, I wasn't extremely insecure or immature, but a little bit, right? I think a little more insecure was a fair word, because I always wanted to, be the best. I always wanted people to look at me as, as a good, wholesome individual that is at his best, right? And when I realized that that's not what really matters, what really matters is just being yourself and just being cool, calm, and collective, and not trying to be any better than anyone else. When you're just yourself and you don't try to be better than everyone else, that's when you're most attractive and appealing to other people. Should have been a preacher, man. You carry a good sermon. Yeah, dude. My father that passed away 11 years ago, J-Dubs, Outdoor Adventures, he used to be the cantor of our Greek Orthodox church. I'm Greek Orthodox, so it's basically it's a similar religion as the Catholic religion. And he used to sing the hymns along with the priest at church. So I spent a lot of time in the Greek Orthodox church. I've done a lot of public speaking. I'm an insurance broker by trade, and I'm transitioning into becoming a full-time life coach. And the way I built my insurance business was doing a lot of public speaking at networking events in front of 100, 200 people. But in all honesty, J-Dub, I'm really not trying to preach, and I'm really not trying to, come off, as, how do I say this the right way? All I'm trying to do is motivate people to love themselves and to not be ashamed of themselves and to not let anything get in the way of accomplishing whatever they want to accomplish, bro. And I've been fortunate to have been raised by two great Greek parents. I've had a great life. I went to private school my entire life. I mean, I never struggled, having a roof over my head or having food in my stomach or having a car to drive or whatever. But where I struggled was finding out who I was when I was younger and acceptance and learning how to deal with people and owning up to things. I used to struggle with that in my younger days. So that's where my head and heart's at. That's where I'm coming from, man. And I know you meant that as a compliment. And I appreciate that. I don't want to be preaching to people, and I'm not out here to tell people what to do. I'm out here to motivate people. I'm out here to help people get what they want, and I do that by, sharing examples of my stories, so that way you folks can compare something you may be going through right now to what I've already experienced in the past. And I can share with you folks what not to do so you don't fuck up, right? Or at least screw up less and, get on the right track quicker than I did, which is what I'm, trying to say. I'm a welder by trade and in school to be a lawyer. Oh, that's great, dude. What type of law are you practicing, man? What type of law are you practicing? That's awesome, dude. Wow. You must be a busy guy, man. Wow. You got a full plate and you're a YouTuber? Jesus, man. You're a welder by trade and in school to be a lawyer and you're a YouTuber. Like, are you married, dude? That you have a family? Like, and if you are, like, how do you do it? How do you do it, man? Maybe you're a single dude. If you're a single dude, it's still a lot of work, but I can understand it. But if you're married and have kids, bro, and you're doing all that, wow. Woo, man. Wow. Anyway, we have about 33 people in the box right now. Thank you so much for being here. Folks, we are at 55 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break in a few minutes here, play some music, and then I'm going to come back probably for another 20 minutes or so, 20 to 30 minutes, unless there are more questions. If there aren't a lot of questions when I come back, I will wrap up shortly after that. I know I did a bunch of streams today. And, some days folks are better than others out here on YouTube. Some days you get more active people. Like we have 35 people here in the chat right now. And not a lot of people are chatting. And it's I don't get it. Like, are people just afraid to ask questions or participate? That's something that I'm wondering. Don't be afraid to, ask a question or share a bit about you, folks. We don't bite over here. I want to help people truly accomplish whatever, their heart's desire. J-Dub's Outdoor Adventures, in school now, not practicing any law now, but public defender and criminal law, married, 2 kids. Oh my God. Dude, when do you sleep? How do you do it, man? You're married, you have 2 kids, you're a welder, so you're busting ass to provide for your family, and you're in law school, and you're a YouTuber. Wow. Dude, I'm never complaining about a thing again. I'm a single man. I'm a single man and my plate's full. Wow. Anyway. Yeah, Queen Helen Casey says that's a full-time job right there. I know, absolutely. Absolutely. I really like Jada. I really, at some point, dude, I've got to interview you on this channel. I know right now might not be the right time, maybe in a couple of weeks or a month or whatever. Okay. I just got a message from behind the scenes that I cannot talk about. All right. If you're listening, we can talk after the show. You know what I think happened? We should talk after the show to the person behind the scenes. I don't want to mention your name because for privacy reasons. Look, let's talk afterwards with the other lady that's helping you as well. Let me leave it at that. All right? I will help you ladies behind the scenes and we'll take care of that. My job never ends. but I love these people. I know. I think I know what happened to the person behind the scenes, but I can't sit here and have a conversation with you live on the air when I have an audience of 30 plus people here. You know what I'm saying? Terry's GG and G's in the house. Fascinating. Hey, Terry, how's it going tonight, bro? Okay. Well, I will help you out and figure out what's going on. You can stop messaging me because every time you message me, the sound goes through my system and it goes over the air. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Hello, Terry, says Queen. All right, folks, let me go ahead and cue up some music here. I'm going to take about a 5 to 7 or 8 minute break or so. And then when I come back, I'll answer any other questions, folks. All right, I get the point. Yes, I know she's driving. Yes, thank you to the person behind the scenes. I appreciate you. Yes, I'm going to take a quick break here. J-Dub says, YouTube isn't a priority. My wife helps with the bills, so it's as bad as it seems. No, dude, listen, man, that's awesome, dude. You know, it sounds like you've got a great wife and great family, and that's what it's all about, man, this modern world. Sounds like you and your wife have a great system, man, and more power to you. And you're becoming an attorney, dude. Like I'm really impressed how, you know, you are still going after your goals and dreams as a man, despite the fact that you're married and have 2 kids. It seems like your wife supports you and is helping you, man. Look, dude, the most attractive thing to a woman is a man that seeks his purpose. And you enjoy welding, but you probably more so want to be an attorney. Like, your passion is probably being an attorney, which is why you're doing it, or else you wouldn't. I don't see any other reason why you would want to be an attorney if you're not passionate about it. So, dude, that's awesome, man. I mean, that's great, man. That's awesome, man. Terry's GG&G says, hey, drinking diluted coffee, so I'm not up until 3 a.m. That's funny, Terry. J-Dub says, YouTube is an outlet. A lot of people do use YouTube as an outlet, man. They do. They do. But see, you're a mature dude. You know, you're very stable, and you know, you're not you're not a weird, crazy person like a lot of people are out here that use YouTube as an outlet. But yeah, no, YouTube is a great outlet. It's a great outlet, you know, for people seeking information. You know, before I became a YouTuber, a real YouTuber, like I've been for the past 3 years, I was using YouTube. I was using YouTube as an outlet for certain things, and I still use it as an outlet. I mean, there's a lot of great information out here that you can't get anywhere else. And even if you could find it on Google, why would you, you know, rather go to Google and, you know, look at all these instructions when you can actually see video of somebody, you know, doing it and then just replicating what they're doing? YouTube's amazing, man. I love it. It's incredible. Sorry, it's not as bad as it seems. No, it's not, dude. It's not. No, I got you, dude. I got you, man. No, because dude, you have the support of your wife. If you didn't have the support of your wife, if your wife was kicking your ass, dude, then your life would be miserable, bro. But I can tell the way you're saying it that you got a good lady and she knows she has a good man, and you two complement each other very well, man. And that's really great to hear, man. I'm really grateful to hear success stories like yours with your marriage, your family. You're working on your purpose of being an attorney. Wow, dude. I mean, hats off to you, man. Hats off to you. All right, so let me cue up some music here and take a quick break. What do I want to play? What do I want to play? Okay. Um. Okay, give me just 1 second. All right, folks, we'll be back in just a few. Do not go anywhere. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right, we'll be right back. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, the third episode of the day. Oh man, it's been a long day, but it's been a great day. And I will tell you folks, I am rejuvenated, I am energized, and I am ready to push forward. Most of you that have been following me for a while know over the past few weeks, I've taken a bunch of time off of YouTube. I was never going anywhere. I was quite a bit sick earlier on this week. I caught up on some much needed rest, and I've had some other things to take care of in my personal life and some things behind the scenes, and you know, things happen, folks. Things are going to happen, and if you're a YouTuber and you have things come up, don't let that stop you from moving forward. If you need to take some time away to take care of other things, do what you got to do. Take care of it. Your channel's not going anywhere, and you know, when you're ready to come back, just give it your all. Keep moving forward. It's not going to hinder your success. I will tell you what the most important thing on YouTube is. Okay? The most important thing on YouTube is your content. Content is king. Content is king. I don't care what anyone else says, okay? You know, it's funny to me that a lot of people, you know, will compare my channel to drama channels. And a lot of the drama channels will get a lot of traction, right? Because they're talking about drama stuff. They're talking smack about people. They're doing some, you know, crazy, stupid things just to get attention. But that's all temporary, folks. At some point, that's all going to implode. If you want to create long-term, sustainable success, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. I've been doing this for 3 years, folks. I just hit 3.1K subs on this channel. It was a lot of work to get there. It was a lot of work just to get monetized. And I still have a long way to go. And, you know, just because, you know, for example, you know, I'm not making the money this channel should be making, or I feel it should be making, or just because I don't have 50 or 100 people on my live streams, or just because I only have, well, I have 26 people here and 1 or 2 people are chatting, doesn't mean that it's a failure. You're going to get other people that are going to criticize you and say, oh, look, you have 25 people there, only 2 people are chatting. You know, what is wrong? You know, what is going on? Don't let that stop you from continuing to move forward, because eventually it's going to take off. And it may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen next week. It may not happen next month, but maybe it'll happen 6 months from now. And the moment that you give up is the moment where it was just going to go boom and take off. So folks, never, never, ever quit on yourself. You know, I could sit here and say, hey, I've done 3 streams today and I didn't really get the greatest traction, right? And I didn't really make a lot of money through super chats or donations. I could sit here and complain about it, but I'm not. The trolls and the haters are going to say, oh, he did 3 streams and made, you know, $20. You know, he worked, you know, 6 hours and made $20 and made, you know, $2.50 or $3 an hour. You're going to get people out there that are going to say things like that about you, right? They're trying to knock you down. They're trying to shame you to bring more value to them. Don't let those people get to you, folks. Just keep moving forward. When the time is right, things are going to just take off naturally. And that's why I am never, ever going to give up. And I hope you never give up as well. And if you're thinking about giving up and you're struggling and you're thinking, oh, maybe YouTube's not for me, or if you're, let's say you're running your own business and it's, you know, not making the money or it's taking a long time to take off. If you're thinking about quitting, reach out to me. And I'd be willing to, you know, give you 30 minutes of my time for free to give you some advice that, you know, may end up making a difference in your life and turning that around for you. Anyway, Before we get back to it, folks, just to mention briefly, and I've very rarely mentioned this lately, if you would like to make a monetary donation to help the future of this channel, you can do it in one of a couple of ways. First of all, you can make a PayPal donation. Nightbot is sharing my PayPal link every 7 minutes. PayPal.me/Coach Eli. You can also write a note of any length, and I will read that note live on the air. Unless within that note you request to remain anonymous, I will definitely honor and respect that. I do respect people's privacy out here. If you prefer to donate via super chat, you can go to the bottom of the chat, whether you're on mobile or your laptop or desktop, click that $sign, and you can send a super chat or a super sticker. The greater the amount that you send in your super chat, the longer of a message you can write, and also the longer it will stay highlighted in the chat. Donations are not required, but they are greatly appreciated. And regardless, folks, whether you donate or not, I still love you. You're great people, and I appreciate the fact that you chose to spend your Wednesday evening here with me tonight. We have 30 people in the box right now. Thank you so much for being here. Now, does anyone else have any other questions in the chat regarding the topic? I'm shameless. Any feedback you want to give regarding that? Any examples? Any stories you want to share? Or you can ask any YouTube questions or ask any questions, regarding your relationships or any business questions you may have, whether you work in the corporate world, whether you're, an entrepreneur or you want to become an entrepreneur because you're tired of working for somebody else. Just let me know in the chat and I'd be happy to answer those before I go off the air here in just a little bit. Let's see here. Oh, I got a message from my friend behind the scenes. It's quite comical. Quite comical. She's a lady friend of mine, and she was going to meet a guy friend, and she sends me a message saying, "Oh my God, he had me meet him at the biggest shit pit." Why do guys do that? Like, I don't understand. Like, why do guys, and I don't know what's going on with this friend of mine. I haven't asked a lot of questions, and you know what, it's her business what she does on her own time. But if this guy wanted any chance to be with her in any way romantically, like, he just blew it by, having her meet him at a shithole. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Some guys are just, cheap ass bastards that, want to represent themselves in that way. I'm not afraid to, go on a date with a lady and, if I feel she's a cool person, whether I meet her online or at the supermarket or wherever, and say, hey, you know what? I've been single for a while, so have you. I don't expect anything, but you seem cool. Why don't we go to dinner? Let's go to a nice dinner. I'll take you to dinner. Okay, it cost me $100. No big deal, right? And if nothing comes out of it, I had a nice night out, had a couple drinks, had some appetizers, had some good food. I didn't have to cook that night, and that's great, right? How come guys don't look at it that way and say, look, go out, have a good time, don't be cheap, and don't expect anything. And if something comes out of it, it's a bonus. And what I've noticed when you just, do the right thing, take the lady to a nice place, and you're just cool and you don't expect anything, that's the most attractive aspect or aspects. Those are the most attractive aspects to a woman. And she won't be able to help being attracted to you. But if you ask her to meet you at a hole in the wall, what's that saying about yourself? Like, she's not worth anything more than a hole in the wall, right? So she's not going to, respect you or feel like, taking it any further. She's going to be immediately repelled and turned off. Why would you want to do that? Why waste your time to hang out with her in the first place, right? 35 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. J Dub's Outdoor Adventures. I've been doing YouTube since 2016, so keep going. That absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Yeah, keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. Never stop. Smash the like button for Elias' Queen. Thank you. I certainly need it to offset all the dislikes from the trolls and haters. Terry's GG&G. So Dunkin' Donuts isn't an ideal first date place to go. Well, Terry, here's the thing. Yeah, and then Terry furthermore says, yes, don't take your first date to McDonald's. It will not lead you to a happy meal. You want to know what a great first date idea is, Terry? Especially if you're meeting a woman from Match.com or online. Maybe you've talked to her by phone, you've seen her pictures, and, you never know, right? And if you don't want to invest any money or a lot of time, but you want to get that initial meeting out of the way to see if there's attraction, right? And see if you want to, see each other again. What I will typically do is say, hey, why don't we meet for a hike, or why don't we meet for a walk at the park for an hour or so, and let's talk. It doesn't cost you any money, but it also doesn't make you look like a cheap ass because you're coming up with a creative idea that probably no other guy offers. Most guys are going to be like, okay, why don't we meet at the hole in the wall? Let me get you drunk and try to seduce you back to my pad, right? That's what most guys do, right? But think about it. What if you're the one guy that does something different and unique compared to every other guy, which is what I'm trying to say? Invite her on a hike or a walk at the park. And it doesn't cost you any money. It also doesn't make you look like a cheap ass because you're basically, being thoughtful and saying, hey, look, it's a first meeting. Let's make it simple. We don't have to go to dinner. We don't have to, do something extravagant. Let's just go out there in nature and take a nice walk, right? And if nothing comes out of it after that walk, at least you got your exercise in for the day, right? You gotta be smart about it, guys. You gotta be smart about it. Jay Does Adventures. You get out of a relationship what you put into it. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Some guys want everything for nothing. And it's really sad to me. Like, these guys expect to get something with, by giving nothing. And let me tell you something. In this modern world, that doesn't work at all. It doesn't work at all in this modern world. You've got women nowadays that are working, they're empowered, and a lot of them are making more money than men. So if you're going to, try to cheapify your way out of a first date or try to do something stupid, right, to get in their pants, you're done. It's stupid. It's just comical to me. It's comical to me how some guys are. Even guys like my age in their 40s, they still act like 2-year-old little girls. It's just ironic to me. But anyway, so it looks like that's it for the questions there, folks. I'm going to start wrapping this up in the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. But, I want to close tonight by, first of all, thanking everyone that's been a loyal part of this channel for quite some time. I will tell you, over the past 15 months, 1 year and 3 months that I've been running this channel, and remember, I used to run another channel before that, a similar type of channel that I shut down 3 months before I started this channel, and I ran that channel for about 2.5 years, like 2 to 2.5 years. And so I knew a lot of people, and when I started this channel, I started meeting more people. Some of the old people came back, and I had a lot more people on this channel. I had a lot more moderators. They were very active. I had a lot more active people chatting in the chat. And because a lot of things happen, my trolls and haters, they started threatening my moderators and other, people that would come into my chat to consume my content, a lot of people got scared off and they left. And it's really sad that they left, but you know what? You can't control people. People are going to do what they're going to do, right? What I want to say to those people that are still here right now, Queen Helen Casey, Terry's GG&G, okay, Barba Placence, SB behind the scenes. You're a moderator here on my channel. Colin Butters, who runs the CNR Trivia channel, is another one. And there are a few others. They've been very loyal. I'm very grateful and appreciative of you folks sticking around through the tough times this channel has been through. And J-Dub's Outdoor Adventures, I don't think I mentioned this when you first came on, but I've been very, very severely trolled by a large hate group out here on YouTube that has, attacked my audience, my moderators. They've stolen all my content. Like what they'll do is they will rebroadcast or simulcast my live streams on their channels as it's happening live, and then they have their audience go there to ridicule me and then pay that creator donations while they're, simulcasting my content, which is breaking copyright. Now, whenever I see that happening, and I notice that or somebody makes me aware of that, I take them down for copyright. But sometimes what they'll do is they will do it using an unlisted link where it's not publicly available, and then they share that link in a private Discord group or through private messages, through Hangouts or other, private message, chat services. And, I'll tell you, man, it's been one hell of a ride. I'm a networker. I built lots of networks in person before I became a YouTuber. That's how I built my insurance business. So I know how to build networks. I mean, I built this really big network on this channel, and I had a lot of active people. And, 80% of it was destroyed because a lot of these people were lured away by the threats of these, cyber bullies, harassers, and this hate group. But again, I'm very grateful and thankful to those of you that have stuck around. And just know, we're moving forward. We're going to continue rebuilding. And who knows? Maybe some of the people from the past that were scared away will start to see what's really been happening lately, and they'll see what the truth is. They'll see the truth that everything that these haters have done and said, and all the videos they put out on me, out of context, were just that, out of context. All right, I got to the person that just sent me a private message. I got your message, and I don't really think everything you're saying is happening. I'll get with you privately after the show, and I'll help you out as best as possible. But I'm going to eat dinner first. I have not eaten yet, so you're going to have to give me. I'm going to be getting off in 5 minutes or so, maybe 5-10 minutes, and then I'm going to eat some dinner, and I'll be available to talk. It's going to be about 10 p.m. Pacific, which is going to be 1 a.m. Eastern, your time. Can you leave me a message on Hangouts and let me know? Will you be available at 1 a.m. Eastern, your time? Because that's when I'm available. I'm sorry I can't do it any sooner. I need to eat. I need to rest. I've done 3 streams today. Let's see here. Terry GG&G says, great advice. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate you, man. And again, I haven't forgotten about, the plans of us, maybe creating a tech show, and helping people out. Yeah, I'll be up cleaning. Okay. All right. So I will message you along with the other person that'll be joining us on that call. We're going to do a 3-way call. I believe you. Listen, I believe what you're saying, and people are not going to play games when it comes to something as serious as what you're talking about. So again, I'm live on the air, and you're watching you're actually a moderator on my channel, and you can't chat for certain reasons, and I get it. But we'll talk privately. It's all good. It's all good. All right. Let me see here. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Queen Helen Casey says, I need to change my part of the About section because Andrew from Pusha Studio says I need to revise it. Well, let me take a look at your About section, Queen. I'll give you my opinion. I'll be honest with you because I consider you a great friend. And I think you and I have become a lot closer. And I think you're, listen, I'm not trying to put down. Pusha's, they have a good channel and they're good people, but they do things a little bit differently over there. They also moderate everyone in their chat, which I don't recommend doing because, I mean, how can you trust people to moderate your channel? Like, I think they do it because, when you moderate somebody on a channel with 11,000 subscribers, it makes them feel special, and it more so, probably makes them feel like they want to keep coming back. But that's something that I don't agree with. I think a mod wrench should be earned. It's a privilege to have a mod wrench. And you should only moderate people that you trust, people that come and contributed to your chat and your channel for a while, and you have to see that they're consistent. So that's my opinion there. Let me see here. Your About section says, I put out news articles just about every day so people will know what is going on in the world today. I don't do uploads on weekends unless it is breaking news. Put a lot of hard work into my videos with the news articles. I do put out comedy videos, motivation videos, and whatever I can find. I don't allow drama or negativity on my channel because I will not tolerate it ever. If you feel like you want to say something negative, please take it to your platform. Don't bring it to my platform because I worked too hard to build my channel. I don't respond to negativity whatsoever because it's not worth it. Here's my opinion, Queen. And this is just my opinion. You can leave it the way you want to leave it if that's how you feel. I mean, everyone has their own unique way of describing their channel. But if it was me, and I'm only speaking about myself, I'm not telling you what to do. This is just what I would do. Is I would not mention anything in my About section regarding I don't allow drama or negativity. That should be a known thing. And I wouldn't want to bring attention, to acknowledge that my channel has a lot of drama. People are already going to see it. And typically, if people will read in the About section that says, I don't allow drama, or if you feel like you want to say something negative, please take it to your platform, it might scare them away from coming to your channel because they might assume your channel is a drama channel when it's not. That's just my opinion. I'm not telling you what to do. Maybe Andrew from Pusha Studios and Ksenia, maybe they said the same thing. But ultimately, Queen, you got to be yourself. And if that's what you feel like saying, that's what you feel like saying. Now, I don't put that in my About section, but I talk a lot about the trolls on my channel, and I raise awareness about it, so I do it in that way. And some people say I shouldn't talk about the trolls and haters, and maybe they're right, but that's what I feel like doing certain times, during certain times, and that's just me. So you have to decide for yourself. Well, Queen, listen, you do what you feel makes you feel good and makes you feel best represents you. All I'm sharing is what I would do. That's all I'm saying. But you do you. and be true to yourself. Don't remove that section or make changes because someone else tells you to do it. Do it because you feel it's the right thing to do. Now, Andrew gave you his opinion, his advice. I'm giving you my opinion, my advice, not because, I felt the need to, because you brought it up. And that's, what we do here on my channel. That's what I do for my audience. I answer their questions. But you do you. Whatever makes you feel happy, you do it. 33 people in the box here. Let's see. Terry GG&G says, yes, I agree. It irks me to no end when people just hand out mod wrenches like they're free tacos. Yeah. This is me putting my YouTube certified hat on, but forget about the YouTube certified hat. This is common sense, folks. Again, I'm not here to criticize or critique Pusha Studios. I've known about Pusha Studios for, at least 2.5 years now. I think that's how long they started their channel. I met them through the I Am a Creator community years ago that was run by James Cox. And Pusha Studios, Tree Trimmer 82, Island Life Fishing, and Killer Whale Channel, formerly known as Flat Earth Forums. All these channels stemmed off of the I Am a Creator community. And basically, they spun off and started their own versions of the growth streams. As far as Pusha Studios, my experiences in dealing with them, I'm not trying to talk smack. I don't have any problems with them now, but what happened was a few years ago, I was looking to do some interviews. I'm still looking to interview people. If you're interested, let me know. I'll interview you live on the air. But Pusha Studios was offering people to come on his channel for interviews, and I was doing the same thing on mine. So I reached out to him. He said, yeah, I'd love to interview you. You seem like a good guy. Now remember, even back then, the same trolls and haters that have been attacking me to this day were attacking me back then. And they were trying to stunt my growth. And so what Andrew did is he basically said, just reach out to my wife, Ksenia. She's the admin. She sets up the interviews for me, but I'd love to interview you, right? So I reached out to Ksenia, and I said, my name is Eli. I'm Coach Eli. I run this channel, blah, blah, blah. Your husband, Andrew, made me, told me to reach out to you. He'd love to interview me. He wants you to set up a time. 2 days later, she gets back to me and says, well, I just wanted to let you know that we don't have any of it. We're pretty booked for quite some time. So I'm not able to put you on a schedule now. Maybe you can contact us down the road, and we can schedule it down the road. And when you get a response like that, we don't have anything available right now. We've gotten pretty booked all of a sudden, and contact us down the road. I call that the brush off. Now, that was a conflicting, that was a conflicting message she sent me compared to what Andrew sent me. Andrew was like, yeah, I'd love to interview you, dude. You seem cool. Let's make it happen. Reach out to my wife. And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, his wife is telling me that she'd give me the brush off. And I'll tell you why it happened. Because my trolls and haters saw that I was networking with them, and they started attacking him and his wife. And because of that, his wife made up some lame excuse saying that they're booked. And I never felt the same about that channel again. Now, to this day, I've moved past that. I still support their channel. I don't chat in there. I don't know if I'm banned or not. But I do go there, and I do network with people. And I don't chat in there. I just go in there, and I look at channels that are in there, and then I will go to their channel. And if I like their content, I'll subscribe, bang the bell. I'll leave them a comment on the video I watched, and invite them to a live stream here and get to know them. That's what I do. That's what happened. And I never did anything wrong. Like, I never did anything wrong. I'm a good dude. And because there are people out here that, you know, used to be a part of my channel in the past, and I had to ban them because they would come into my chat and spew hate. As more and more of them started finding out about my channel and they would come in here and spew hate and I would ban them, they created this hate group against me, and then they followed me wherever I'd go, and they would destroy every single connection I would make. Hence the Pusha Studio story I just mentioned. Again, I don't have a problem with Andrew or Ksenia. I don't think they're bad people. I think they're good. I think they're good people. I think they work hard. They're running a great, you know, channel there, right? But why would his wife judge me and not want to interview me after her husband clearly said he wanted to interview me? Why would his wife 2 days later, you know, basically give me the brush off? It's because she listened to the trolls and haters. She didn't give me a chance to get to know me. She didn't reach out to me and say, hey, Eli, we have some concerns. We're getting a lot of these people attacking our channel. Can we talk privately and you can make us aware of what's going on before we decide to schedule an interview with you? She never gave me that, right? You see, when I'm dealing with people, if something like that's happening and I'm concerned about interviewing someone that's getting attacked by trolls and haters, number one, if it happened now, I would understand it because I've been going through it with trolls and haters myself. But even if I didn't understand it, I would say, hey, can we talk privately before I interview you? I want to hear more about what's going on. So that way we can properly, you know, arrange this interview. And if you have a lot of trolls and haters, I want to have my moderators ready to, you know, keep the chat clean so I can give you a fair interview, right? But they never gave me that. They basically, Ksenia basically judged me based on what a group of trolls and haters was doing to me. And she judged me based on video clips that were sent to her regarding videos these people made about me that were taken out of context to paint me as a bad guy. Those are the kind of things, folks, I've had to deal with out here. And it hasn't been easy. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle to keep an audience here. Like, I know how to build audiences. I have built a huge audience here of active members. And every time I do that, the trolls and the haters come in and they gang attack all these people to the point where they scared them off. I had a moderator here on my channel that was very loyal to this channel and loved this channel. Her name was Crazy Chick Sheena. And they got to her. She flipped out all of a sudden. She was a part of my channel for like 8 or 9 months. And all of a sudden she flipped out. Even after she knew about these trolls and haters. And I never once did anything wrong to her. I was always supportive of her. We were good friends. We would chat through Hangouts, chat behind the scenes. I never did one thing wrong to her. She all of a sudden flipped one day because I guess apparently they threatened to dox her, put out her personal information, and then next thing you know, she goes into the live stream chats of my haters and starts talking shit about me when I never once said anything negative about her. Like, I you know, some of the things that happen out here, folks, and what it takes to overcome all this to be successful out here, it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy. So, anyway, Terry GGG, Pusha for the most part are good folks, but there are folks that have moments with them. But then again, they also probably find issues with some of the folks they have on. You know, they're trying to run a business. They're trying to make money. You know, they're trying to get their brand out there. I can't blame them for that. Okay. And you know what? I don't have a problem with them not wanting to interview certain people. Like, if they didn't want to interview me, fine. If if Andrew 100% said he wanted to interview me, which is what he said, and then he shoved me off to Ksenia, instead of just saying, Eli, let's do it on this day, right? He shoves me off to Ksenia, and then Ksenia, gives me the brush off 2 days later. If Ksenia came to me and said, Eli, I have concerns before we decide to interview you. I hope you don't mind. I'm not trying to be rude, but we're getting a lot of people that are saying bad things about you. Can you share with me what's going on? See, she didn't give me the benefit of the doubt, right? And that's what turned me off about them at that point. Now, I got past that. That was on my former channel that I shut down a year and a half ago. I got past that, and I do watch their streams, and I think they have good content, and I do network through their channel, but I do it not through the chats. I do it, by going to the channels of the people that are in their chats and connect with people that way. But again, it's just sad that, I was judged based on what a group of trolls said about me. That's all. I mean, I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm stating it. I'm not attacking Ksenia or Andrew or Pusha Studios, the brand. I'm just stating exactly what happened. And I stated the same thing back then when this happened. And then, a lot of people came at me because Pusha has always had a pretty, his channel has grown faster than most other people's channels. So he's always had more subs than most of us. And because of that, people look up to him for that. So whenever somebody had something constructive to say about them in a legitimate way, people would feel like that person was attacking them. And that's what they felt about me. But anyway, that was then. This is now. No big deal. Life goes on. It's gone. It's moved on since that point. Rasan Adams. Hello, everyone from Australia. Hey, Rasan. Welcome to the show. We're about to wrap things up here. And that's all I've got tonight, folks. Tomorrow is going to be another day. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 1 or 2 streams tomorrow. I may just do 1 stream tomorrow. I did 3 today. Hopefully you folks enjoyed the content. Hopefully you folks learned something. Again, if you're looking for more content tonight, go back and check out my 2 previous streams from earlier today. I did 2 Walking with Purpose streams today. I did 2 walks. One was almost an hour long, and the other one was an hour and 20 minutes, so they're not too terribly long. Again, if you're looking for something to watch and listen tonight, that's normal, decent content where you will learn something, check them out, folks. And that's where I'm going to wrap up this stream today. Once again, thank you to all the moderators for being here and doing a great job moderating. There weren't really many trolls here tonight, which is nice. They're probably taking the day off. Oh, well, they did take the day off earlier. They came in the morning on the first stream. But they've been pretty, quiet for this stream and the second stream from earlier. So thank you to all the moderators in the chat. Thank you to all the consumers of content. I want to thank Rasan Adams for being here. I know you just got here. Sorry, I'm about to wrap things up, but maybe you can catch the replay or check out the next stream. Also, J-Dubs Outdoor Adventures, thank you so much for being here, man. I really like your personality. I think you're a great dude. And, if you need anything from me, man, my emails, they're all in the description section, or go to the About section of my channel and get my email, Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com. I'm an email away. And down the road, when you're ready, you have the time, I would love to work with you on something. All right, folks, have yourselves a great night. I'll see you all tomorrow.